Hi, and welcome to my short video on the three most common things I find that builders fail on when I do my handover inspection. My name is Colin Bojak. I've had over 30 years in the building industry, and I'm 47 in October. I started when I was 16, I've worked in Queensland, New South Wales, and the last 20 years here in South Australia. If anyone knows that Adelaide, if you live in Adelaide, you might know that this is one of the toughest places that you can successfully run a business. Pardon me, I'm just reading from a script that I've written. And if you can successfully run a business here in Adelaide, then rumour has it you can run a business anywhere in this country. Well, I successfully run a business here, like I said, the last 20 years, and I've had no problem. At my peak, I had up to 20 contractors working for me, and we did from mainly new builds. In the last 10 years or so, we've been concentrating on existing houses, repairs and maintenance and cosmetic work. So let's get straight into it. The three most common things I find when I inspect a house for a handover are as follows. Number three is the painting. In most bathrooms, unless you specify for a special hardy paint, you only get just a standard preparation and paint job. So bathrooms always have condensation. We don't always put the exhaust fan on, and you will find that I've just been invited back here to do a short clip. You will find that, and I have painted these walls for this customer, and I've painted them with a hard-wearing external paint along with the ceiling, which is vital important. Most often you'll have the ceiling will collect mould and stain after a few years, especially if you don't use exhaust fans. And in this case here, I've applied 2 good coats of exterior wash and wear. So it doesn't matter if they decide not to use the exhaust fan, there's going to be protective coating that won't allow for mould and fungus to grow. Okay, number 2 is climb the ladder up here, and it is the in the shower cubicle, it is above the tile line, and often or not this is out of mind, out of sight, and hardly ever gets gapped up. So normally what you'll find in these areas, in tiled areas, bathrooms, you'll find that the tiler has failed to run a bit of gapping across here, and therefore it's not waterproof. And like I said before, we don't always use exhaust fans, and you can see in this shower here, it's in the morning, someone's had a shower probably within the last hour or so, and there's condensation on the walls. That just runs down and gets behind the tiles, and before long what you have, you've all seen it before, old bathrooms, there's a couple of tiles that lift out and they don't stick well anymore, and eventually they will pop and you'll have to rip them out and retile it. So that's number 2 thing, is the gapping, waterproof gapping, and that's often very much failed. In this case here, the customer has requested me. I wasn't the one who built this place, but I did come back after the inspections and fixed these things for the customer, and also painted these waterproof coats on for it. Now the number 1 thing I always generally find more times than not is in the laundry, and it's once again it's waterproofing. Now you usually get a wash basin, and what happens is quite often or not, that's not even painted on the gyprock wall. In this case here, it's just cardboard, and you can even see the pencil lines in there where the boys have actually measured up to put their taps in. Now that's okay, that doesn't take much to paint, that should have been done, but the big concern is down behind here. This is the number 1 thing that I find is wrong with new houses. There's no waterproofing here. See how they stop? The tiling stops here, waterproofing stops there. But if you look, if I can get my camera in behind there, you'll see there is nothing stopping water getting into that wall. They haven't applied any silicone behind this basin. So, and it's all happened to us in the past. We've all had washing machines that overflow, and it could be a bust pipe or clogged pipe, and something just bursts and overflows. And they do have a drain hole here which will take water out, but often or not, you will get enough water in here, because when these things drop the water, they just drop their water, and there's like litres and litres and litres of water, and a small little drain just can't cope initially. And what you'll find is that there's nothing stopping water from going straight under here. You can see my hand come through straight under there and into the gyprock, and it will swell up, and the paper surface, which is protecting the plaster, will end up peeling, rotting, moulding. Another thing you can see here is that the plumbing hasn't been finished, and they haven't sealed off the plumbing. It goes straight down the concrete. Concrete is very porous, it'll absorb a lot of water, and which is not healthy. In this case here, this is a unit, so on the other side of this wall you got the neighbours, and they I don't know what exactly is next door. Could be a lounge room, could be another bathroom, could be another laundry, but you can guarantee that water will penetrate their wall as well as this wall here if there is ever a breach from washing machine malfunctioning or any plumbing malfunction in that case. So that is my number one thing I find with new handover inspections is the laundry. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.